Hello friends, after a long time we are meeting here to discuss about a wonder liquid, that is water. Why we call water is a wonder liquid? So nowadays we can hear a lot of news about quarreling between the states and quarrel between the countries for water. So you must know the Kaveri dispute, the dispute between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. So, but our video is not about the dispute between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, but we are going to discuss about water, why it is called a wonder liquid. You know that everyone, the very basic chemical formula of water, because you must know about the, from very beginning, we must know that the chemical formula of water is H2O. So, the students who study chemistry must know that it is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. So, two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of hydrogen, oxygen combined together to form water molecule. So, this is the basic molecular formation of water. So, first of all, we will discuss about water. You can see water in three states. Solid, you can say it is ice, and liquid, it is water, and gas, it is steam. So it is available in three states. But what is the wonder, or what is the difference between the other material? Because the solid ice is floating in liquid water. This is the main difference of the water from the other substances. Suppose if you compare the other substances, usually solid will sink in the liquid, but here solid ice is floating on the liquid water. So why? Because during solidification, you know what is solidification? The formation of solid into liquid, that is known as solidification. So the molecules, you know that water is made up of molecules. The molecules expand and giving more space between the molecules. So usually they have the space between the molecules. So during the solidification of water, that means the formation of ice, the molecules will expand. They move apart, move from one another to give more volume. You know that it is given that the density of, how can we calculate the density? It is a mass upon volume, mass over volume. If volume will increase, what will happen? Density will decrease. So here the molecules will move one another or move away from one another and giving more volume. Okay, so that is why you know that you can't keep a glass of water, that means a glass bottle of water full of water, you can't keep in the freezer. What will happen? It will expand, the volume will expand, so that will break, the bottle will break. So therefore don't keep the glass bottle full of water in the freezer. Okay, so these also come under this phenomena. So the solid water, that is ice, will float in the liquid water. It is a uniqueness of water here. It is a uniqueness of water, and this will help even in the winter season of some countries, in the even in the sea also, even river also, the top layer of water will freeze. So you can see the ice in the top layer of the river, or you can say that the top layer of the ocean, but below that ice layer you can see the liquid water, because this ice will float. So this ice behave like a barrier. That means it will doesn't allow the temperature, from higher to lower temperature. Here the higher temperature inside and lower temperature in the top of the floor of the ocean. Okay, so this is the very important uniqueness of water. Solid water will float. Okay, and next is why you can say that water is so important. Suppose you go to the doctor for some reasons, they used to say, even most of the doctors or physicians used to say that drink more water. It is very important. Hydrate yourself. So they used to say, hydrate yourself, drink more water. So why the water is more important in animals as well as in plant kingdom? So here in the slide you can see that you have to drink water, and even somebody watering the plants. It's very important. So the basic thing of growing plants, you have to watering. So the watering plants is the basic thing. Why water is so important for plants as well as animals? Water is very important in animals because most of the body mass is made up of water. More than 80% of the body mass is made up of water. And not only that, it is acting as a carrier, transport things, because it can transport digested food, vitamins, minerals and hormones in our body. And water is useful because it will control our body temperature by the help of the natural mechanism sweating. In the hot summer day, you can see that a lot of sweat is coming out. So because of the sweating, our body can cool naturally. So it is very important to control our body temperature with the help of water. And water is very helpful to break down the food we eat, and it's very useful to wash out and flush out the waste material in our body. Importance of water in plants. You know that the basic mechanism of the plant is photosynthesis. Everybody know that what is photosynthesis? The plants can prepare their own food with the help of water, carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight. So here water is a basic thing and basic raw material, you can say that, to prepare food. So therefore water is very important in plants' life. And just like animals, water is very important to transport minerals and vitamins, minerals from roots to all body parts, and it also helpful to support, act as a structural support. And water is also useful in plants also to temperature control, to control the body temperature of the plant, and it is very helpful for seed germination. So this way water is very helpful in plants' life. Liquid. So we have to save water. How can you save water? So I will discuss with another video how can you save water, why how the pollution will affect the rivers and all, because rivers are the natural way of flushing out all the wastes from the cities. Okay, so if you pollute the rivers and the water bodies, so that will adversely affect your life. So dear friends, don't pollute water and save water and be safe. Thank you. Bye bye.